Monday mornings are usually my favorite because they feel like a fresh start. I grab my coffee, clear off my workspace, and dive straight into a new project. This week, I'm starting a clay sculpture of a tribal lady. At this stage, it doesn't look like much, just a lump of clay and a rough idea in my head, but that's honestly one of my favorite parts. I love slowly building up the face, shaping the features, and figuring out the little details as I go. For a tribal sculpture, there's so much texture and character to play with, from the jewelry and hair to the clothing and expression. It's a slow process that requires quite a lot of patience, but I find it incredibly relaxing. There's something special about taking a simple block of clay and gradually turning it into a piece that feels alive and full of personality. Today's project is actually a little different. Instead of starting completely from scratch, I'm taking apart some old sorted pieces and repurposing the materials into tiny statement earrings. I love doing this because it feels like giving old creations a second life. It's a lot of detailed work, cutting, sorting, adjusting, and experimenting with different combinations until everything looks balanced. Working on miniature pieces often challenges my patience because every tiny detail matters. But watching these little earrings slowly come together from the materials that already had a previous story is such a rewarding process. By Wednesday, I usually need a small creative refresh, and luckily today is exciting because a package I've been waiting for has finally arrived from the Lilith store. I don't know if anyone gets this excited about art supplies and creative goodies, but opening these package genuinely feels like opening gifts. I take my time, go through everything, checking out the details, imagining future projects, and getting inspired by the. Sometimes all it takes is one new material, one new color, or one beautiful piece to spark a whole new idea. Today is less about creating and more about collecting inspiration for what comes next. After a few busy days of sculpting, crafting, and experimenting, I like sitting down with my sketchbook and fine liners to organize my thoughts. There's something incredibly calming about drawing with pen on paper. No distractions, no rushing, just me, a sketchbook, and a page full of possibilities. Some sketches become future sculptures, some become jewelry concept, and some never leave the sketchbook at all. But every idea matters because it helps me develop my style and explore new directions. This is usually the day when all the random ideas floating around in my head finally start making sense. By Friday, I felt like creating something deeply personal, so I sculpted a mini figurine keychain of sadness from inside out too. Honestly, her character is such a comforting reminder that it's completely okay to feel vulnerable and embrace every single emotion. Reminding myself of that message really helped me to stay grounded, patient, and motivated through life's different situations. Plus, having this cute little piece attached to my keys feels like a cozy daily reminder to give myself grace. Saturday was dedicated to taking things slow and letting the creative ideas flow naturally. I spent a good chunk of morning brainstorming, sketching out concepts and playing around with different color combinations. Once the design clicked, I sat down with my polymer clay to shape, condition and detail these new handmade earrings. There's honestly no better feeling than taking a random spark of an idea from your mind and slowly crafting it into a wearable art. I wanted these earrings to feel light, fun, and completely unique. Crafting handmade jewelry is such an intimate process because every tiny detail, texture, and color choice comes straight from your hand. By the time were ready for the oven, I was so excited to wear them. Sundays in my space are all about the reset ritual. After a long, busy week of clay dust, scattered tools, and paint palettes, I take the time to deeply clean, wipe down my surface, and reorganize the entire studio. Putting every tool back in its home and clearing away the creative chaos isn't just about an organized decks. It clears my mind too. It's my favorite way to close out the week and give myself a complete, fresh, peaceful start for whatever next week brings in.